Hi, I'm James from the Academy team, and I'm here to take you through a brand new Fuji product. So many of you will have heard of the X100, the X100S, the X100T. Those of you familiar with the alphabet are probably expecting me to tell you this is the X100U. No, this is the X100F. So what they've gone for is they've gone for the second, third generation, and this is of course generation 4. So I've got the X100F here to show you. Quite a few upgrades to talk about, quite excited to see it, play around with it. I'm here in town, we're going to have a walk around, get some shots, and we'll see how we get on with it. So yeah, let's check it out. So as with any generation upgrade, we've of course expect some internal upgrades on the camera. We've got exactly that. We've got a new sensor, new processor. The sensor is 24 megapixels, so similar to what we've seen to some of the other Fujis in the range already. It's got improved AF performance, so we've got more focus points and quicker AF. The improved processor makes the whole system just a bit snappier. So you can expect this camera to react quicker. Great for street photographers, which is something that's been really popular with the X100. And being in town today, we thought we'd try and blend in with our surroundings. I even brought my trusty Billingham bag, blending in there with the natural environment, which I learned from Phil, our wildlife photographer. But we'll see how we get on today. We'll take you some shots, we'll show you some images, and hopefully it will perform. Let's go. For those of you familiar with the X100T upgrades we saw, a few of those are carried across as well. So the hybrid viewfinder, that's still here on the X100F. The mechanical and electronic shutter system is also still here on the X100F. What else is there? There's the stops on the control ring, the aperture ring. So the aperture ring works in thirds of stops rather than full stops like on the original X100 and X100S. And then of course there's the wireless function. So if you're into transferring your pictures onto your phone or anything like that, you've still got that feature in there. Now there are some differences as well, some physical differences and a few other little technical things as well, which we'll talk you through now. Okay, so the wet weather's well and truly kicked in, so I just want to give you a bit of a quick outro before it really tips it down. Here's a photo of our cameraman so you can see how he's dealing with it. But I just want to talk about a few last other changes, and a lot of them are physical changes to this camera. So one of the first ones that will stick out to me when I picked up the camera was the change to the exposure compensation dial. We've now got a C option. That C option actually lets you push it up to +5 or -5 on your exposure comp. The next thing I noticed was the ISO control. So on the shutter dial now, they've added the ISO control built into that. It's a pull it up and twist kind of function. So you can very quickly access your ISO. Previously this was menu driven on the X100 series. The control ring on the front, you can now use that with an inbuilt teleconverter. So there's a 2x teleconverter built in based on the resolution we've got. It's digital, but it will allow you to get in closer to the action if you're a bit too far away and struggling with that 35mm equivalent lens. Other things to mention, there's a new film simulation mode, so Acros film simulation, it's black and white mode, and that's about it really in terms of features that are massively changed. I guess the first thing that struck me when I heard there was a new X100 coming out was what they were going to change. Having used the X100T, I thought it was a pretty perfect camera. There wasn't much it couldn't do. And I guess the increase in resolution is a big step up, but also all those little features they've changed, they're little things to make your shooting journey more fun. There's one other change as well, which is this little control dial on the back. And that for me made a huge difference. It meant I could very quickly move my focusing point. Those of you that have seen the XT2, you might be familiar with it. It's just a little jog dial that you can use when you're using the viewfinder to move it around or on the screen. It's very easy to get to. We've seen it from a few other suppliers. It seems like a great camera. I've only had a short time with it today. There's been some shots and they look pretty good. But if you'd like to find out some more, make sure you pop into your local Jessup store, have a look at it, have a play around with it when it's out, or check it out online, pre-order it if you want, and you'll be able to get some more information on there. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Sorry it's got a bit wet, but hopefully we'll see you soon and we look forward to seeing you then.